Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have decided to make a little video on the Moneybox Lifetime ISA because the end of the tax year is coming up, which I think is on the 5th of April. I actually already have a video on the Moneybox Lifetime ISA on my channel, but that video is a little bit outdated, so I wanted to make a quick update video. So if you want to open a LISA account, then keep watching this video. So let me just log into my account. The best part about the Moneybox LISA is that you can keep track of it right from your phone, so I'm just using the Moneybox app. So here we are. When you first open the app, this is what it looks like, and at the top you can see your balance, and then here you can set an upcoming collection. They have two main ways to deposit money into your account, either through the weekly deposits or instant bank transfers. If you don't want to think about it, you can just set up a weekly deposit, select the amount of money that you want to go out of your bank each week. So say I wanted to select £20 every single week, or if I wanted to add a custom amount, just click on custom and then you can edit it to whatever amount you want. This also projects your value of the LISA in 10 years, which is quite nice to see. Okay, let's say that I want to deposit £100 every week, so I'll just click on custom and type in £100, and then it will project that I make around £67,000 in 10 years sticking to this schedule. It also splits up the amount accumulated into interest earned and government bonus. Okay, so that is how you can add money or increase your upcoming collection. Then in the next section, it has a bit of information that you can read. If you want to find out more about the Cash ISA, you can just read about this, and it will give you all the information you want. It's quite nice that it explains everything in detail. So if you have questions, you can just take a look at this page instead of having to browse the internet. And it says here that the most important thing to remember about ISAs is that you can't pay into two of the same type of ISA in a tax year. This is something people may not realize when they create an ISA account, so keep that in mind. So now I'm going back to the main page, and here you can view all of your accounts with Moneybox. Currently, I only have a lifetime ISA with them, but you could add more accounts if you want it, and they would show up here. Just click on Explore Accounts if you want to see the different types of accounts they offer. So you can open a stocks and shares ISA with them. It works pretty much the same as your Cash ISA, except that Moneybox will invest the money for you. The Cash ISA is more like a savings account. Obviously, make sure you do your own research because investing always comes with risks. So I would say that the stocks and shares ISA is just more risky because, investments can go up and down. But with your Cash ISA, the value can't really go down unless you take out your money before you're supposed to. So unless you make withdrawals for any other reason other than to buy your first home or retire. The stocks and shares ISA is usually recommended for longer term investing, so around 5+ years. That doesn't mean you shouldn't open a stocks and shares ISA. It can give you great returns if you invest wisely and for the long term. Another thing that's different between the cash and stocks and shares ISA are the fees. So the stocks and shares one comes with a certain amount of fees. It's usually a percentage of the account value. So there could be a fixed monthly fee and also a management percentage that they take out of your account. So because there's no investor managing your Cash ISA, it doesn't have any fees. Another type of account you could open with them is a general investment account, so this is quite different from an ISA. So I'm pretty sure this is an account that you can invest in on top of your yearly ISA allowance. So it says that you can invest up to £85,000 each week. So this account also has fees, and you can read about it at the bottom. They have their FAQs there. So moving on, if you have a child and you want to open a junior ISA for them, then Moneybox is a good option for this as well. You can invest up to £9,000 each tax year for your child under the age of 18, and the interest gained is tax-free. So when your child turns 18, it will automatically convert into a standard stocks and shares ISA. So basically, this account is the stocks and shares account, but for kids. Another type of account you could open is a personal pension account, which is quite cool. Everything is in one place. That's why I like Moneybox. So yeah, if you want to start a pension account, you could open up this account right here. And then we have the Cash ISA, which you can read about here, and this is also the type of account that I currently have. This account will usually have a pretty decent interest rate as well as the government bonus. There are other types of savings accounts you can open. There are regular access accounts, so if you want to access your money more, you could choose one of these. The Simple Saver account has quite a good interest rate. Things to note with this account is that you get one withdrawal per calendar month, so make sure you read all of the terms of the savings accounts. There's another account called Reward Savings within the regular access accounts, so it really just depends on what you are looking for. There are also notice accounts where you basically just have to let them know when you plan on withdrawing, so that's another option. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page. Right now, Moneybox are actually doing an offer. So for every £100 you deposit, it's another entry into their cash prize draw. There are also a couple of articles on the homepage, so I'm going to click on my lifetime ISA, and here we can see that my interest rate right now for the account is 3.5%. This interest rate tends to change every now and then, so you can see that September 2023 was actually at 3.7%. So that might have been because I was still within the introductory bonus rate time frame that they give you when you open a new account. So it's not a bad interest rate, but it's also not the best at the moment. And here we can see that my current earnings are around £1,200. So I had actually started this lifetime ISA account around 2 years ago, and I managed to maximize the account in the first year. But so far in the second year, I have not made any deposits. Obviously, you don't always have to add money into your account. You still gain interest even if you don't add anything else. So your deposits from the year before will still gain interest. The only thing you miss out on is the government bonus. So what's quite cool is that Moneybox splits it up into the various streams, so you can see how much interest you're gaining on top of the government bonus. So an interest alone, I've made £190 so far. And it also splits it up into the monthly interest, so you can see exactly how much you're gaining each month. So Moneybox Rewards was a thing that they used to do, but I'm pretty sure they have stopped it now. In my old video, I think I mentioned Moneybox Rewards, so that's another reason why I wanted to make an updated video. And you can see that the fees are 0, because the Cash ISA doesn't have any fees. So moving on, if you want to see key dates for the tax year, there is a little section about this. It just tells you when you can deposit for the last time in the current year. And it also tells you when you can open an account for it to count as this year. Okay, now let's go to the section where you can see the ISA bonus. But since I have not deposited anything this year, it's blank for me. But this is a nice little section which tells you how much you've earned in government bonus and how much you have yet to earn for the current year. Obviously, if you max out your allowance, you will get the entire government bonus of £1,000. But it's not always possible to max out your entire allowance, so what I would do is put as much as you can. For example, if you wanted to do 500 that year or 200, if you deposit 200 in that year, you still get £50 on the government, which is quite nice. So remember that the government bonus is always just 25% of the amount you put in, and the maximum you can put in is $4,000. And here there's another thing called housemate savings, which Moneybox do. So if you have a partner and they also have a lifetime ISA, you can add your partner here as a housemate, so you can see what your total is if you're buying a house together. And here you can see your recent activity if you have any. Okay, now I'm going to the account page now from the menu at the bottom. Here you get an estimate of how much money you can borrow from the bank if you want to do that. There's also a section about applying for mortgages. So it's quite nice that everything is compact and together. There's a Discover page also, and there are a bunch of articles that I would recommend you read if you want to find out more information. There's a highlight section where you can see your spending insights. There's a mortgage calculator over here, so if you're planning on buying a house, this may be useful to you. So for example, if your house costs £100,000, I would aim to deposit 10%, so £10,000. What's your annual income? I'm just going to leave at £30,000. And then what are your regular monthly outgoings? I'm just going to keep it at 0 for now. So with all this in mind, it estimates that you can borrow up to £135,000. Then there's also a deposit calculator. So if you want to calculate how much you need to save each week to hit your target, then this is a good tool. Then there's the lifetime ISA machine over here where you can see how much you can increase your account value by just increasing your weekly deposit. Then here's a nice section for you to learn everything about investing with Moneybox and investing in general. There's tons of information such as home buying, investing in the market, inflation, and other useful bits and pieces. So that's everything in the Moneybox app. As always, make sure you guys do your research before you start investing. I'm not a financial advisor or anything, this is just my experience with using Moneybox. Don't invest any money that you know you will need in the future, so I would recommend you have an emergency fund first before you start investing. You can take out money from your lifetime ISA account, but there's usually a penalty that comes with this, and you might end up with less money than you started with, so be careful. So to summarize how the lifetime ISA works, you can deposit up to 4K each year, and if you deposit the maximum 4K each tax year, you get the maximum government bonus of 1,000. And unfortunately, you cannot carry over the remaining money into the next tax year. So for example, if you only deposit 2K in the current tax year and then it changes to the next tax year, you can't deposit 6K the next year. The bonus restarts each year. Also, I'm pretty sure you need to open the account for at least a year before you take out any money. So if you wanted to buy a house in a year's time, then I would probably open an account right now and I would deposit the maximum 4K and get at least 1,000 pounds on the government. If you learned something new from this video, make sure to give it a like. I make videos on finance and ways to make money online, so subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content.